Hi guys, it's Ivy and this is part 2 of how I ran away from home. And first I want to say that this is my true story. This is exactly what happened to me. And before we start, you should watch the previous video to understand what's going on here. That's it. Let's get started. I woke up early, I packed everything I could. My parents thought that I was going to university. Then I took a bus and went to Homs, and I felt so free. It didn't, feel real at all. But a man picked me up. Edge sent me his number, and Edge knows him. He was so scary. I was panicking the whole ride. He was talking to me in a very inappropriate way, basically harassing me. So I begged him anyway, so he dropped me off with someone to pick me up again, and it was hours till I arrived to Edge's house. I stayed at Edge's house for 2 days. His dad was so sweet, so nice, and we went out for a few days. He took me for the apartment I was gonna stay in. It was shared apartment for women, and where you can rent a shared room as well. But Ed borrowed money from me. I barely had anything. I had to pay the rent and buy basic stuff. I couldn't get much clothes. Every time Ed and I go out to do something, he borrows more and he didn't pay back. Well, he did, but it was very small amount. Later on, I found a job at a fast food place. They told me that it's okay not to have any official papers and I shouldn't fake my accent to fit in or anything. But 1 week later, the HR came and she didn't like that and told my manager to fire me because of my accent. So he texted me at 2 a.m. and told me that I'm fired. And after 5 minutes, the other manager texted me. He is 40 years old. He definitely has kids, to ask me out. So I plugged them all. I don't know what to say. Then I found a new job at a bar as a waitress. After all this, I told my sisters and the rest of my friends, where am I? I didn't mention that I have a boyfriend, but this is another story. Maybe I'll talk about it later. And he decided to come and live with me. The rest of us, I mean my boyfriend and Edge, decided to live together so the rent will be affordable. So I spent a whole week searching for an apartment, and I asked Edge many times if he was sure he wanted to live with us, because if he didn't want that, I'd search for a smaller apartment. But he reassured me. He lives in a different city. So I went and sold my other gold necklace that I brought with me, and I used my monthly salary. I asked for an advance, and it was about $1,200 because I had to pay the broker as well. We had a deal that when they came, they will pay me back. But once I paid, Edge texted me and told me that he is not gonna make it because his dad did not agree about him moving out, and he locked him in the house and abused him. He created a whole story, and I crashed out, and I needed the money so bad. I could have rented a smaller apartment. Edge is 23, by the way, and his dad is so nice. He's not abusive at all, and I know what I'm talking about. On my second week of work, I drank so much. It was Saturday night. I drank so much that I got drunk. And there was the manager who's also the bartender, and let's call him D. And there was also extra staff member, and let's call him M. And please remember those names. I was so drunk. I told them about my story, and I was crying, and I asked D to take me home, and he took me to my apartment. I was broken. I still can't get over the fact that I no longer can see my mom or my sisters or my friends, and I can visit the house I grew up in. I put the blame on my dad because my mom is brainwashed as well. What can I say? Before I left the shared apartment, my roommate, who is 35 years old, told me that she wanted to go to the beach, and I was down. I told her yes. I don't know anything here, so I trusted her anyway. And let's give you guys a little background on her story. She has a cheater boyfriend. She wanted to break up with him, but she took me to the beach that he used to take her there. And guess what happened? Her boyfriend was there with the woman that he was cheating with. So my roommate stood and she started to yell at them, but gladly the boyfriend went home, but his friend came up to us and he sat with us. My roommate was angry and she was drinking, and that friend was calming her down, but something was weird. He sat so close to me. You know, we were on the beach, and that was a place, and it has a table and one couch, so we sat, and that man sat so close to me. I was wearing a short skirt, so our legs was stick together. I was so uncomfortable, so I standed, then he pulled me and started singing to me and started making jokes about us, me and him, getting together. Like, dude, I've known you for 5 minutes. My roommate was so, seemed so confident in him, but he was scary. Then, after, half an hour, I noticed that my roommate is definitely drunk, and I panicked. She told me that her friend is gonna take us home. So I was scared, but she suddenly decided that she wanna change her bikini into her clothes. So I told her that I'm gonna help you. So that man said no, and he insisted that he is gonna do it. So he took everything off, and I wanted to do something, but I knew if I did something, I won't be able to go back home. So I grabbed my stuff and I tried to run away, but he grabbed my arm and I told him, please let me go home by myself. So he said, no, I'm not letting you go. I'm the man here and I'm responsible if anything happens to you. So, I tried to run again. So he pulled me and grabbed me like this with all of his power. So I screamed at the top of my lungs. When I screamed, he got scared and he let go of me. Thankfully, then I ran so fast. I was so scared, but unfortunately I was running in the wrong direction. Okay, guys, this is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support me, please like this video or leave a comment or even share the video. And if you're curious about my story, you can ask me and I'll post a video and I'll answer all of your questions. That's all. Love you guys. Bye.